Zinchenko against Salah is the one that we're worried about, but I'm equally worried about whether the car's going to have a ticket on it when we get back. But anyway, let's do this. Walking up to Anfield now. There it is in the distance. It's got nothing on our stadium though, right?
Yeah, which is clear.
Alright, so Arsenal won, Liverpool won here at Anfield, and Christmas is not ruined, Christmas is not cancelled, because listen, no matter what you say about the game, about how anyone plays, when you come to Anfield and you got a point, you know, it's not a bad result. You can never really say that's a bad result. We've come here many a time and got slapped, in all honesty. So when you leave Anfield with anything, fine. And do you know what? It's one of those ones where if you can't win, do not lose. And that's what we did today. We made sure we did not lose. And you know, this is a battle right at the top of the table. If you come to a title rival's ground and they beat you, it gives them that edge. It gives them that sort of mental victory over you. And we made sure we didn't do that today. This season, we're beating Man City at home. You know, we managed to do that to them, and we have to make sure that we don't let other teams do that to us. And that's what we've achieved today. So I'm not going to criticise the team too much. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more ambition. I would have liked to have seen different substitutions. You know, Kai Havertz lasting the entire game, for me, I don't see why we've done that. Jesus getting taken off every single game. I understand it to an extent because he works so hard. It's almost like he's got an agreement with Mikel Arteta that run yourself into the ground because you're coming off. You're not going to last the 90, so you don't need to conserve any energy. And I think we saw when Eddie Nketiah came on as well. He ran himself into the ground. He really pressed hard, and he did a lot of good work for the team. So do you know what? Maybe that was a plan all along. But for me, when it comes to subs, this is the sort of game where, look, Trossard came on and did fine, but I would have loved to have seen Reece Nelson come on, because on the counter-attack, I really, really felt like we had a chance to isolate and to get players on that are comfortable beating their man. And we know Reece Nelson can do that, and I really just felt like this was the sort of game for him. I know it would have been a bit of it would have taken a few people by surprise. I just felt like it would have been his sort of game to show off his skills. But, you know, fine. Whatever's happened, we've come away with a point, so I can't be too critical. But, you know, you saw at the start of this video, I put in a clip of what I said before the game. And that came true. Zinchenko, man, we have to speak about him. That was a performance that belonged in a circus. That was a clown, an absolute clown on the pitch today. You were a literal training cone for that. Listen, if you don't know already, if anyone is watching this and you don't know, I'm going to tell you something new here, some real new information. Moh Salah is left-footed. Yeah, crazy to hear that. Breaking news from me. If you are a professional footballer and you've got Moh Salah up against you, you should be very, very familiar with this game and everything that he does. And to get your distances so wrong against him today, to let him cut in on his left. Look at Zinchenko's body shape for that goal. He's let him cut in on his left foot. And the finish, come on, unbelievable finish. He shifted it. But Zinchenko, like, come on, at least make a nuisance of yourself. You've got out the way. You've, like, literally opened up the route to goal for Moh Salah. Awful defending. Not only that, such a messy game from him. He's meant to be good on the ball, but today, even on the ball, there were moments where he just thought, what are you doing? He could have got Salah an assist as well when he took out Martin Ødegaard and Salah ran the whole length of the pitch and laid it on a plate and they hit the bar from that. Zinchenko was awful. And, like, you know, maybe, I was basically saying before the game, look, if it all goes horribly wrong, Zinchenko and Salah, because we knew that they're going to target him, and rightly so, because it worked, then it's on Mikel Arteta because he's chosen it. But then again, maybe you can turn around and say, who did we have? If you played Kivior or Cedric, then you'd also be raising eyebrows at that. Maybe Mikel Arteta's hands were tied, and we just needed Zinchenko to do a decent job, but we didn't. Perhaps you could have said, like, look, Declan Rice needs to get a bit closer so we can offer some protection, or Gabriel needs to double up. I don't know, there should have been some sort of plan. But keeping Havertz in that left sort of area of midfield and further forward, you know, it just played into Salah's hands today, and Salah bossed it against Zinchenko. We got the goal, obviously. When we look at the story of the game, we didn't have that many chances. I can't remember Alisson really making any or many saves. Obviously, we scored the goal, but Alisson didn't have a lot to do. So, yeah, we could have potentially done a little bit more, but we were fortunate when they hit the bar that they didn't have chances. They didn't have any more chances or get another goal. But anyway, look, stand-up performance today for me, Saliba and Gabriel. Gabriel, first half especially, I thought he did really, really well. The second half, when Saliba got closer to Moh Salah, that's when you saw a proper defender that knows what he's doing on Moh Salah. But those two are good. Declan Rice always drops a 8 out of 10. I thought he was really good today. Raya, you can't say he did too much wrong. The goal from Salah, you can't do anything about. Other than that, yeah, you know, even Raya, did he put off any great saves? It was, what I saw today was a game between two really, really good teams. And actually, yeah, these are title rivals. We're both in with a shot, and we haven't let them get ground on us today, so be it, you know. I'll take the positives out of it. Also, today was a bit of a special one for me because I'm here with my nephew, his first ever away game. Thankfully, we didn't get beat, otherwise it would be a bit of a boring drive back home. What did you make of it today?
It was a bit of a strange game, an on and off performance, but 1-1 at Anfield, it's not the worst result. We're still top of the league, but you know, Zinchenko, Havertz, I mean, I didn't see Havertz until there was one moment, like 85 minutes in, he was invisible. Zinchenko, I mean, you would have thought he was playing for Liverpool, tackled Odegaard, gave like very poor against Salah. And what Liverpool did to Saka in the first half, Arsenal should have done to Salah the whole game. And it cost us in the end, and that's why we walked out with a draw.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually, because the way Liverpool defended Saka, they knew he's the danger man, and they just they swarmed him at times. I felt Martinelli was disappointing. Saka, at times, ball comes to him, 3 men on him, and Martinelli, I thought, on the other side, when that ball does come to you, then I need you to do more with it, and he just didn't. But you know, like, what frustrated me as well is when the ball got to Saka, too often the ball was like too slow getting to him, and it wasn't making him face the right way. I wanted, especially when Tsimikas went off, I wanted Saka to test Joe Gomez. But actually, Joe Gomez did really well against Saka, but I feel the balls into Saka weren't the right pace. They weren't in front of him. They didn't really help him put Joe Gomez on the back foot. In a way, like, you can tell, like, I'm slightly disappointed. I feel like maybe a little opportunity missed. But look, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to give the team stick, because if you can't win, don't lose. That's what we did. Let me know what you think of the game today in terms of whether it's an opportunity missed or actually have Arsenal come and done a decent job away at a really, really difficult place. We are top of the league, so if your team is top of the league, hit the like button on this video. And look, you know, I'm just going to say we've got a really, really difficult fixture out of the way, and we haven't lost it. So a really tough game. We're not going to play many games away from home in the league where it's going to be tougher than this, and we came out of it doing well. We competed. We didn't get bossed by any means. So I think we've shown actually that we are proper contenders, and we can go away from home and play properly and hold our own. So well done, Arsenal. And yeah, fingers crossed we can, you know, just go on and win the next game. And yeah, I don't know, I'm disappointed. But anyway, I'm just going to get over it. Fingers crossed we just win the next game. Hit the like video. Hit the like button, because your team is top of the league. That's the main thing.
Hit the like button.
You heard it. Do what he said.